body core. Dead body core. Dead body core.
I got demons in the dark.
I got demons in the dark.
Coming to the light. I hear screaming in my head that doesn't stop.
In my head it doesn't stop.
I can't get through the night no more. 'Cause
I keep my demons in the darkness, pushing and pulling. I'ma keep on screaming all through the night and then gnashing and drooling. Keeping me up on the edge of my bed and gripping the tool and making me question all of my actions. Am I a fool? It's catching distraction, letting it loose. The pain in my stomach, remember the feeling. The look of disgust, I'm losing my trust as I peer at the ceiling. Every gaping hole I done left behind, but not a damn single drop of blood. And I couldn't do it, but yet again, even as all the emotions flood. Am I a coward? Or do I just wanna live? It's hard to run as a big bad wolf with a pack of kids. So what do? I don't know yet, but I know this curse is making it worse. Wishing to go back, remembering these year times before the kingdom times when we was chasing dimes. Now we got hung up under the sun, they're keeping us in the bind. The only concession to this infection is that I'm not alone. As long as my brother's out in these streets with me, I got a home.
I got demons in the dark.
I got demons in the dark.
Coming to the light. I hear screaming in my head that doesn't stop.
In my head it doesn't stop.
I can't get through the night no more. 'Cause
Cold starts busting through the seams. Ducking, dodging, swerving, wolf bang. Caught a mind lead from a mutant elated, determined to wonder what this could be. I ain't going back into the box. Damn. DC barbara in the wild, a hybrid like an in the wicked, another terminal message arrival. Trying to get out of my fields, be deep in the thrills, missing that dog food shot. And any out there got a problem could quickly be lost in there, forgot. 5150 bitch into the range, drifting off quick in the fog and space. You see the surface, they're never gonna change. Quickly gonna shift into something you can't. My heart is pounding, sirens they sound. It took me a walk in the forest dark. Seen a group of hot wolves off in the distance, don't know what they're trying to start. Instinct ain't even hear you. Now when I'm walking past the plate, I am the sense of the ocean. Wish I could control my fate. So many problems inside, I can't deal with my mind. Had a clock on my head from the start. Easily peeping the sign, poison spreading like vines. Got a sickness, so then I can't thwart. So I stay on the grind. Bottle my thoughts in a jar. I hear these voices every time. Demons in the dark.
I got demons in the dark.
I got demons in the dark.
Coming to the light. I hear screaming in my head that doesn't stop.
In my head it doesn't stop.
I can't get through the night no more. 'Cause
Yo, what is up, everyone? How is everyone doing today? I know YouTube's chat stuff has been acting up a lot lately. I don't know why that is. Hopefully they've worked out the bugs. So yeah. If I'm not seeing y'all's chats, I apologize. But let me check to see if it's working. Well, it's working now. Because I can see the chat. So I just saw something. So the chat is working right now on YouTube. So it looks like it should be working now. So hopefully. So what's everyone up to today? Chill with y'all for a bit, and then I'm gonna go for my morning walk. What's up, Live Style? Well, good to know that the chat's working in YouTube now. There we go. So what are you up to today, Liv? Has anyone got any plans this weekend? I'm probably going to go up to the mountains, hopefully. Get some prime rib. Got a good spot up in the mountains. Today I'm going to write a song and then do a video for my movie club for tomorrow's movie. Nice. What's the movie for tomorrow? What's the movie tomorrow? I didn't know you wrote music, Liv. That's cool. That's awesome. If you ever want to come on the podcast for an interview, just let me know. I'm trying to get in the habit of writing music or just putting my thoughts down in the form of a song. Time Masters, I've never seen it. It's a foreign animated movie from the same dude that did Fantastic Planet. Huh. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to definitely check that out. Sounds interesting. Well, it's good to know that the chat's now working in YouTube. So I know the last few days the chats have been acting up on YouTube lately, but looks like they're working now. I don't write my own songs yet. I only do parody songs. I wrote different words to songs that already exist. Oh, nice. That's still awesome, though. Yeah, I've thought about doing a cover album, but I don't have the equipment to do that. To record. But I would love to do a cover album. That's something I want to do. I just want to do covers of songs that I know and songs that like have meaning. Like, obviously, I want to do a cover of Hurt by Johnny Cash. That's what I want to do. I like to take a songwriting class or something, though. Well, like they say, if you write poetry, sometimes some of the best songs that you can write stem from poems that you wrote. I tried to learn guitar years ago, but it was hard. I gave up a couple weeks. Yeah, I'd like to have a drum set. I'd like to be able to have a drum set, or I'd like to have a DJ mixing kit where I spin records and go be a DJ. I'd like to learn to do that. One of my step cousins, he does that. He DJs. Oh, your boyfriend's a drummer? Nice. Hell yeah. Been drumming for 20 years. Nice. I learned when you first start learning to play guitar that some of the easiest songs to learn are like Nirvana. Those are like some easy ones that are good to learn to if you ever start playing the guitar again. That's what I've heard from people that play the guitar, that a lot of the songs they learned first on guitar were a lot of Nirvana songs, which is awesome. You only sing, but you would like to take voice lessons. That'd be awesome. Hell yeah. I'm starting to feel a little better. Yesterday, I just felt really off. I don't know why. But I feel fine now, a little bit. I'm still going through some shit, but we all are. We're all going through some shit. That's why we're all there for each other, and we just uplift each other when we can. And that's why I always tell people, no matter how much I'm going through, I'll always take time to talk to someone if they need someone to talk to. Even if I'm going through shit myself, I'll still make time to talk to someone and help someone. Yeah, I think it's something in the air too, Liv. It might be something in the air. Or it's just what you would call seasonal depression. I mean, I know they say in the winter people get more depressed. Yeah, we've been having a weird winter here. We haven't gotten enough snow here. We've been in a bad drought, which is calling for concern here in the state because we usually have a lot of snow by now. And we haven't been getting a lot of snow, which in Colorado standards, if we're not getting a lot of snow in the winter, that's bad. That's bad. A lot of people don't know the importance of winter. Plenty of snow means you're not going to have that much dry of a summer. At least in Colorado, if we get enough snow, that means we're not going to have a dry summer, which is good. And right now, we still haven't been getting a lot of snow, which in Colorado, around this time, that's a bad sign. That's like either meaning we're in a bad drought now or something. Yeah, lack of sunlight can do that. That's why I've been trying to go out for like my walks daily like I usually do. I try to go for at least a walk once or twice during the day. And I try to get out of the house to hang out, to go do stuff. But, you know, there's not a lot of people that really to hang out with around here. I mean, there is, but people are just either busy or they're just acting like they're busy. Oh yeah, climate change is very real. Yes, it is. Yeah, people don't realize winter is good for the planet. Like I said, if we get plenty of snow in the winter, that's good because then the summer isn't going to be so dry. Because especially in Colorado, if we don't get enough snow, we're going to have a dry summer, and then that creates more wildfires here in Colorado, and then it makes the air harder to breathe. So winter is good. As long as, like I said, as long as we're not in like another ice age, then we should show concern. Then we should show concern if it was like an ice age. Then we got to be concerned. But if we're getting a decent winter, that's fine. That's fine. Especially here, a lot of our fresh, clean water comes from the snow that we get from the mountains because it's fresh spring mountain water. So that's good, and it's healthier for you. And like I tell people, I don't care if we get plenty of snow, as long as we get enough snow to where it doesn't make a hot, dry summer. That's what I'm worried about. Because if it stays like this, summer's going to be very hot and dry here, and there's going to be a lot of wildfires. And then a lot of those wildfires are going to make it harder to breathe, the air and stuff. So even if the snow doesn't stick, even if we're getting like plenty of snow and it doesn't like stay, That's on the ground. That's still fine. It's still snow and it still helps. But I learned, especially like where I live, the reason why, it's because something's going on in the Pacific Ocean right now. Like that's why it's affecting my part of the country, because something's going on in the Pacific Ocean, which is weird. I don't remember what I researched and found out. I mean, I'm nowhere near the ocean, but the Pacific Ocean is the nearest ocean in the area of the country that I live in. Yeah, I found out, according to something I looked up, it's something going on in the Pacific Ocean. Because we're usually having a lot of snow here by now. Our snowiest months in Colorado are usually January, February, March, and April. And we've gotten some snow, but we haven't gotten enough snow, which is weird. It's really making me nervous too. So I really don't want a hot and dry summer here. I really don't. Because trust me, when those wildfires happen, it's hard to breathe. I'm probably going to just chill, maybe go for a walk, probably exercise and meditate. I was going to do the the podcast yesterday, but I decided not to. But at least I know the chat is working now on YouTube, which is good. So we might want to let everyone know in the butcher shop chat that YouTube's chat is working now. What are you up to? Yeah, I'll probably just go for a walk with my dog. I know this weekend I'm hoping, like I said, planning to go up to the mountains and get a good, nice, yummy prime rib, because I've been craving prime rib. Yeah, YouTube is always glitching. They've been doing that. It's been happening a lot lately. Maybe they're installing a new program, but the chat seems to be working now, so it seems like they fixed it, which is good. Because I know the chat was acting up the last 2 days, but it looks like it's working good now, which is good. They must have fixed it. Ugh. What do you got going on today, Liv? And what's up to the other 2 lurkers that are just lurking in there? What's up? We can still see you. We don't know who you are, but we can still see you. I'm also trying to get on to host events and whatnot, but no one's hit me up. I'm also just looking for guests to be on the show next Wednesday. Gotta write a parody song. Maybe I'll take a nice bath. Oh, those salts do help. The Epsom salts, yeah, those help. Those really help with my back. Yeah, my back's been like really sore a lot too. It really has. Having degenerative disc disease sucks. It really does. I'm still trying to wake up, which is why I'm hopping up on here, chilling it with y'all, drinking an energy drink, even though I shouldn't be drinking an energy drink, but hey. I think tonight we're gonna have seafood pasta. That's probably what I'm gonna have is seafood pasta, which is like crab meat and then with mac and cheese and stuff, which is very good. What time is it there? It is 8:58. It's 8:58. No, not 8:58. It's 9:58. 9:58. So yeah, it's almost 10 here. I don't know what time zone where you're at, if it's Eastern or Central, but yeah, it's almost 10 here. Oh damn, is that background music loud? Jesus. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it is good. It is very good. It's very good indeed. You're Eastern, yeah, so you're like 2-3 hours ahead of me. Oh, I remember when I first lived on the East Coast and I was trying to get used to Eastern time. Because where I used to live in Florida, it was on Eastern time. Florida actually falls under 2 time zones. People aren't aware of that. But some states fall under more than 1 time zone. Like Florida, when I lived there, falls under 2 different time zones. They fall under Eastern time as well as Central time, depending where you're at in the state. So I learned that when I lived down in Florida. And then I also learned about Florida when I lived down there, that Florida is one of the only states in the United States that's tropical and subtropical. How long did I live in Florida? I lived in Florida from 2002 to... Did I say 2002? 2022. My God. See, I'm still trying to wake up. From 2022 at least until 2024 is how long I lived in Florida. I moved to Florida in May 2022 and then came back to Colorado around May or July 2024. Or was it June? Something. All I know is I came back here at the beginning of summer in 2024. It was decent, except in the summer, the humidity down there was very miserable. The thing about Florida is, yeah, in summer they get a lot of rain, but it's not like here in the summer, where at least when it rains here in the summer, the rain cools everything off. In Florida, in the summer, it will rain and it doesn't cool anything off. It's still humid and dry and shit, you know. Swamp ass is real. Swamp ass is a real thing. If you don't have an AC in the summer in Florida, it's miserable down there. But when it's not summer in Florida, it's very decent. Well, like I said, I loved where I lived and everything. There was just a lot of stuff going on. And I liked, because I lived in Lakeland, which is right in between Tampa and Orlando. So it was basically Central Florida, but it was considered the Tampa Bay area where I lived. It was considered a suburb of Tampa Bay, even though it was like a 30-40 minute drive from Tampa. But it was still considered a suburb. That's how Florida works when it defines suburbs. I would have liked to go to the beach more, but I mean, I've been in the Midwest in the summer, and it doesn't compare. The Midwest humidity I can handle, but the humidity down in Florida, oh my God. Whew. Whew. I mean, I can handle the humidity in the Midwest, but the humidity sometimes down in Florida, oh my God. I mean, and it's funny because a lot of people that live in Florida originally come from the Midwest. They moved from the Midwest down to Florida. I was like, it's humid down here too, right? Just probably the humidity down in Florida is worse. That's why I'm glad with Juggalo Weekend happening this weekend that it's not in the summer, because if Juggalo Weekend was down in Florida in the summer, it'd be miserable. Around this time in Florida, the weather is actually very decent. In Florida around this time, it's usually in the weather only gets to like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. So it's pretty decent down there in Florida right now. But if you're a local down in Florida or something, you think the 50s, 60s, and 70s down there is cold. I was like, so I would wear shorts down there when it was like 40, 50, 60, 70 degrees out. And people be like, aren't you cold? I'm like, no. I'd be wearing shorts down there and they'd be wearing like winter jackets. I'm like, where I'm from, that's considered nice weather. Yeah, I've been to Michigan. I've been to Michigan in the fall, which is very nice. I went to Michigan I was on layover in Detroit in 2019 when I was going to the gathering. In 2019, I flew from Denver to Detroit. I was on layaway. Well, yeah, is that what it's called? In Detroit. And then I flew from Detroit to Indianapolis. And then I actually went to Detroit in 2021. I flew from Denver. No. I flew from Denver to Louisville, Kentucky to meet a homie. And then me and the homies drove from Louisville, Kentucky up to Detroit, Michigan, which isn't that bad of a drive. So yeah, I've been to Michigan basically. I went to Detroit in 2021, like full on stayed in Detroit for like 2-3 weeks. I think it was just a 2-week thing, maybe, or it was a week. But I went to there for Hall of Wicked in 2021. Which was the year that Yum Yum came out. I've never been to Michigan in this. I've only been to Michigan, like I said, the Detroit airport in the summer, and that was just on layover. And then I've been to full-on Michigan like for like a few weeks in the fall. Which Michigan in the fall is very nice. It reminds me a lot of Colorado. Like Colorado here in the fall is very beautiful. Yeah, it's nice in spring and fall here in Colorado too. It doesn't usually start to get hot here in the summer until like pretty much July and August. That's pretty much how it is here in Colorado. When it gets to like the end of July to August, that's when it's usually the hottest here in Colorado. But June is still very decent. And that's one thing I never understood, why they have the gathering in July and August when those are the hottest months in summer. I don't know. I never understood why they have it in July and August. and those are the hottest months in the summer. It's like, why can't you just like have it sometime in June when it's not so hot out, when it's actually decent and there's still like cool air and stuff. It's one thing I never understood about the gathering is why do they have it always in the hottest months during the summer? Why? Should not be drinking this, but hey, I need the energy. What up, Jay? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna chill for a little bit and then I don't know how long, but I'll chill for just, I don't know, just whenever. And like I said, I'll go for my morning walk. Oh, trust me, when I go to the gathering, I always make sure to bring cologne and deodorant. Trust me. So if I was ever going to make a video on guides to the gathering, what you should bring, definitely bring cologne and deodorant. Definitely bring cologne and deodorant. I do. Some people forget that. I, on the other hand, always make sure I bring cologne and deodorant to the gathering. Always. Obviously, I bring sunblock too. And socks, yes. As long as it's not hot out there, Jay Sledge, as long as it's not too hot to wear socks. There's been times where it's nice and I would just wear like not flip-flops, but I would wear like thin socks that don't make you like your feet overheat. Definitely make sure you wear comfy shoes. Like wear like memory foam shoes or something. Especially if you got your feet hurt, especially if you get arthritis like I do. But I don't really get bad arthritis until it's like really cold out. I don't really have to worry much about arthritis in the summer, which is good. That's the only thing I dread when it starts to get cold out, is the arthritis really affects my feet and my wrists, and it definitely affects my back more now that I have degenerative disc disease. That's the only thing I dread about cold weather. But I sleep pretty good when it's cold out, luckily. Luckily, when it starts to cool off, I sleep better. Because it's been proven that cool air does help you sleep better. That's why I still have my fan going, even though it's winter. But it's not on high. It's just on medium and then sometimes low. And it's just nice to have the sound of a fan while you're sleeping. Don't wear like your good shoes. Wear shoes that you don't care that get a little messed up. Definitely, like I said, make sure you wear comfy shoes to the gathering. But yeah, that's one thing I notice some people forget at the gathering is to bring cologne and deodorant. It's like bring cologne and deodorant, obviously, bring plenty of water. Sunblock, obviously. I'm trying to think if I got sunburnt at the gathering one year. I don't remember. Some days I really don't get sunburnt anymore. I usually just tan up now, which is good. But in Colorado in the summer, especially, you have to wear sunblock in Colorado. So I've had people come to Colorado in the summer and they're like, I'll be fine. I was like, no, you have to wear sunblock in Colorado. Trust me. And then they learn why. I was like, in Colorado, we are the closest to the sun, especially in Denver and just the whole state of Colorado. We are more closer to the sun. So that's my advice. If anyone ever comes to Colorado to visit me in the summer, wear sunblock. Trust me. I can't stress that enough. That's why when I wear sunblock, I just use the spray kind of sunblock because it's a lot easier to put on. Nice chatting with you too, Liv. You have an amazing day. Yeah, I'm probably going to chill for just a little bit longer and then, like I said, go for my morning walk. And then come home, probably stretch, do some meditation, do some wake and bake. Looks like I need to go get a refill for my prescription sometime today, so I'll wait to hear from them. Because they always send me a message when I have a refill on my prescription ready. So I'll waiting for that. And then on Tuesday, I got a doctor's follow-up appointment, my first appointment of the year. Because they see me every 3 months at the doctor's office I go to, just to make sure everything's good. So I got to do that on Tuesday. Gotta hear back from a lot of stuff. Try to get booked for Wednesday. Yeah, hit me up whenever, Liv. What are you up to, Jay? If you're still in here. Good to know that the YouTube chat's working. I'm going to make sure to let everyone know in the butcher shop that YouTube's chats are working now. Man, it's windy today. Yeah, when I go out, I need to make sure to wear my hoodie or something because it's windy. Just hanging out, getting ready to clean up outside. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty nice and sunny here. It's 51, but it's like windy. We have a lot of album anniversaries posts coming this month for the month of March, so make sure you guys always check your put all your notifications on YouTube because there's quite a bit of album anniversaries coming out for next month that I'm posting as shorts like I usually do. So again, make sure you have all notifications on because there's going to be a lot of dope anniversaries for album shorts dropping this month on the channel. So I have a book that I need to find. It's a really cool book. I don't know what year it came out, but it's called Hip Hop Releases the Complete Dictionary. And each page goes by the year. Like each there's like each like chapters that like go by the year. So for example, there would be a chapter called 1990, and then all the pages up until then is every release that came out in 1990. from January all the way to December of 1990. So that's like what it does. And then it says the little history of the album and whatnot. It's really cool. I need to find that book. It's a really cool book. Like I said, I think it's called Hip Hop Release Dictionary, or it's called This on This Day in Hip Hop or something. It's really cool. I thought about making another podcast and like call it that, This Day in Hip Hop History, and then like have an episode where we talk about what happened during that history in hip hop or what albums came out that day. I thought about doing that. Oh, I do a Jug version, Jay. I do put a lot of like Jug albums in those release dates too. When I do those shorts, I do Jug albums with that too. I do a mixture. I mean, ICP still counts as a hip hop group, so I definitely always make sure to do ICP albums for that. Like, I'm definitely going to try to make sure I do one for both Bazaar, because this year Bazaar is going to be 26 years old, so that's pretty monumental. And what's cool in this book, this dictionary book I have, it even shows ICP's albums that they released and their EPs too, which is dope. I think it does Tech 9 too. I need to see what Tech 9 albums are having monumental releases this year. I know in 2028, Tech 9's Killer is going to be 20 years old, I believe. Right? It would be interesting to talk about that too. Agreed. That's why I said I'm thinking of maybe doing another podcast. Like, I'm still going to do the Hours of Chaos podcast, but I also want to do something that we'll call like On This Day in Hip Hop. Especially if there's like a specific album that came out, I want to like talk about it on the podcast, and then like say also albums that came out on this day, so and so, because there are some albums that came out the same day. That is crazy. Like, it's crazy that some albums that came out the same day in the same year too. So apparently T.I. and 50 Cent are beefing now. Suppose from what I've been, that's been showing up in my algorithm a lot. Apparently T.I. and 50 Cent are beefing. I love both artists, though. I love both artists. You don't think it will end well for T.I.? Well, I think because you guys know how like they have those versus battles, which I always think those are cool because it's part of the competitive nature of hip hop when they do those versus battles. I think it was either T.I. that reached out to 50 Cent wanting to do a versus, or it was 50 Cent who reached out to T.I. to do a versus battle. I need to look that up. Yeah, there was talks of them doing like a versus battle, which I always love when they do those, because it's all just in the competitive nature of hip hop when they do those versus battles. Like they had Cash Money versus No Limit, versus battle. What else did they have? They had a 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs won. What other ones did they do? I do love to watch those beef like documentary series that came out years ago. I love those series. This is true. 50 Cent is known for ending careers. This is true. This is true. Oh yeah, some of the people like that 50 Cent slaughtered in his beefs. Damn, is all I gotta say. This is very true. I mean, I hope this would be a sign that we get like a new 50 Cent album, because we've been needing a new 50 Cent album for a while. That's just me, though. That's just me, though. I just hope this is a sign that we're getting a new 50 Cent album, because it's been a while. It's been a while. Let me see. The last 50 Cent album we got was, let me look it up, hold on. Because I forgot. Let me see. All right, just hang on. Yeah, the last 50 Cent album we got was in 2014, and that was Animal Ambition. Yeah, that's the last 50 Cent album we got was in 2014. So, I think we're due for a new 50 Cent album, especially when a lot of the vets that are still around dropping music. I think we do. I know he's invested in a lot of stuff, but I'd like to just see where he's at, like, musically, since we have, like I said, we haven't really heard any new 50 Cent since like 2014. So, I mean, sure, maybe he's dropped a few tracks here and there, I think, but we'll see. We shall see. And then the last time T.I. dropped an album was last time T.I. dropped a album was, hold on. Last time T.I. dropped an album was 2020. Supposedly, there's not an announced date yet, but according to this, it says T.I. is supposed to drop a last album. It says Kill the King is the 12th and final studio album by T.I. So apparently he's going to drop a last album, a final album, but the date has not been revealed yet. And it's going to be called Kill the King. Supposedly it's going to be his final album, so. Because I know T.I.'s been like investing in a lot of stuff and acting too. So we'll see. As long as the feud don't get too bad and personal, even though from what I've been reading and watching, it's been getting quite personal. From what I've been watching and reading, it's been getting a little personal. Yeah, I've seen a list of like supposedly albums that are supposed to drop this year. We're supposed to still get a new Bone Thugs Harmony album, which I'm very excited for. With especially a lot of the singles that Bone Thugs has been dropping for this new album, I'm really excited for. Definitely excited for that. I hope we're getting a new Czarface album this year. There's been talks that we're supposedly going to get a new Czarface album. I hope so. I'll let everyone know in the butcher shop about that. I've figured while we're here, we'll let everyone in the butcher shop know that the YouTube chat is working now. So let me go let everyone know about that. Don't go anywhere, y'all. I'll be right back. Just like, did y'all hear about the confrontation after Super Bowl weekend that Ja Rule had on the airplane? Anyone hear about that? Ooh, excuse me. Never did. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, according to 50 and Ja Rule, that beef between them is never gonna probably stop. From what they've said. Well, yeah, he had one. The thing is, he dropped a lot of underground albums, Jay, especially back in the day, but he also dropped a lot of mixtapes. You got to think, when a lot of those, though, the reason why there's so many, it's because he dropped a lot of mixtapes too. That's why. That was part of the whole mixtape era. Like, that's one thing 50 was known for. Besides his main albums, he dropped a lot of mixtapes, whether they were 50 Cent mixtapes or they were G Unit mixtapes. So that was part of that time period where when an artist wasn't dropping a full-length album, they would drop a mixtape as well too. So Yeah, he has quite a lot of bit of releases, especially when it comes to like mixtapes and whatnot. Yeah, he would also drop a lot of independent releases too. Yeah, there's always a debate that people do that with too. People always do the debate who had the best mixtape run. Was it Lil Wayne or 50 Cent? People do friendly debates about that too, about if either Lil Wayne or 50 Cent had the best mixtape run. That first G Unit album, though, is fire. It's fire. Just like Get Rich or Die Trying. Come on. That is classic 50 Cent. I mean, that's how a lot of people found out about him, but you can't say Get Rich or Die Trying is not a classic album, because it is. All right, I got a message, but I'm just gonna go bring my phone over. I had to charge my phone for a bit. Oh, I just got a text message saying that I have one of my meds is ready for pickup, so I should probably go get that while I'm at it. Well, gotta fill that out for my appointment for Tuesday. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and get off for a bit. yeah, luckily the pharmacy is literally within walking distance from where I live. So I'm going to go ahead and get off for the day. I'll probably be live tomorrow as well. Maybe I'll do a hangout stream both tomorrow morning as well as tomorrow night. We'll see. But yeah, thank you everyone who joined. So good to know that the YouTube chat's working now. So yeah, thank you Jay and Liv for chilling and chatting it up. And to the lurkers that were watching, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. You're still tuning in even though you're lurking. So later, y'all. Whoop whoop. Again, this up and coming month, we have a lot of album anniversary releases coming up. So make sure you have all your notifications set on YouTube because there's quite a bit album anniversary posts coming to the YouTube channel in the form of shorts. So make sure you guys keep an eye on those and engage in those shorts because I like when people engage in the comments of those shorts. It's really cool. So yeah, later, y'all. Have a good day, y'all. Whoop whoop.